Urban Kosar. Yeah, that's the player we're gonna be talking about today. See, I probably most of y'all don't know who this guy is. Most casual fans, most hardcore NBA fans really don't know who it is. You really gotta look into him. He's getting kind of popular these days. You know, people starting to learn about him. He's a really good crafty guard from the EuroLeague. He's about like 6'1". Let me look up. I don't know his exact weight. I think he's 17 right now, so he should be in like the 2023 draft. Um, a really crafty guard that really reminds me of it, like a Steve Francis, Ish Smith, Kyrie Irving. Like I know there's a lot of comparisons, but he's really crafty. His athleticism is not too shabby to say he's just a 6'1" white dude. Respectfully, he ain't got Caruso hops, but he got hops. He has hops. If anything, if he'd be like a Caruso with not as good defense, tinier and better shooter, better shot creator, which is nothing like Caruso, so I wouldn't compare to Caruso just because they're white doesn't mean they play the same. But in EuroLeague, he averaged about like 15.6 points, 3.9 rebounds, 2.4 assists, zero point 0.6 steals, and no blocks. That is a really solid stat line to say that he was a really much a boy playing against men, and he's one of those players who's been playing like in the EuroLeague. They get to play since they're like 14, they're like 12. So they're used to the game of basketball. They play team oriented basketball. I see a lot of Luka comparisons, but I really don't see with Luka because Luka's more of a slow, crafty type player who really tries to get his spots more methodically. That's a word, but I see him more like a fast player. That's why I say the Ish Smith, like a fast player, gets his spot. He can really get anywhere to the court with his handle. He's a nice crafty handle. He's like reminds me of Steve Francis the way that he can like get to the rim. So I'm like, those are really good comparisons. He might not have the same hops like Steve Francis, where he's doing all the dunks, but he has hops. He's no slouch on that. But I also want this as an excuse to talk about the EuroLeague and why I think this like should be like where kids should go these days instead of college. I think EuroLeague gives people or gives these upcoming like NBA prospects a better understanding of the game of basketball because AAU, all the ISO plays. I'm one for a team oriented basketball than just superstars taking over, than just getting the bigger names and stuff. Like team basketball is what basketball was made for. Like I love having the superstars on your team, but you can't have just a solo superstar on a trash organization team. Like you've seen LeBron with the old Cavalier teams. If you could win with just one superstar, somebody would have done it. Somebody would have done it already. You can't win. Always since the Wilt Chamberlain days, you can't win with just one person. So like with going to the EuroLeague, it really gives you like a different experience. Like those people over there, they grow up with each other, so you're not going to be as experienced if you just go there from like high school and they go over there. But playing against the grown men over there, learning something new. You know how many NBA players go to EuroLeague and they come back and be serviceable, oh my gosh, serviceable, whatever it is, but become like good role players in the NBA. What is it? Mike James for the Brooklyn Nets. He played for the Pelicans, wasn't really all of that. Played for the Suns, wasn't all that. Came back. Went to the EuroLeague. I don't know if he went to Spain. He went somewhere over there. Then he came back, played with the Nets. And he was one of their bench scorers, and because of injuries, he had to be one of their main scorers in the playoffs, and he wasn't that great at that. But I mean, for him and what he became, going to the EuroLeague really progresses your development as a player, and really like lets you see a full outlet of the game. And working your way up to go back to the NBA league, that's like a grind that people are really committed to, and can really get them invested in the game of basketball, and like really start like once you get really invested in the game, you think nothing about the game and you just focus on the game. Cause like when you go to Euro leagues, you don't there's nothing to do over there really. Like you're new to the experience and stuff like that. So really the only thing you know is basketball. So you're gonna be working on basketball. Well, like let's say you get drafted to like Miami, like Tyler Hero. There's all these endorsements that you're getting, all these people, models, everything over that. It's hard to focus on just your job, which is basketball. But when you go out there EuroLeague, you focus on nothing but basketball. Why I think it was great for LaMelo to go over to EuroLeague and just focus on nothing but basketball. I really wish he wouldn't have got injured because I think he would have made a lot of noise because he was already making a lot of noise before he even got injured. So I really think EuroLeague is a really good like development system that people should be utilizing more. Kind of like that's another reason why I really like the G League Ignite. I don't know, it's just something like kind of like a little bubble situation where, like, I don't say like a bubble, but I just like people focusing on basketball to get to their goals. And like when you focus on basketball, you become a better player because you learn your mistakes, you get better, you're in the gym all the time. Try to you can't teach work ethic. But I mean, like it kind of like your situation kind of doesn't matter to depend on your work ethic. Like your situation depend on where you're at. Like they're comparing Detroit to Houston. Like Jalen Green's probably gonna get more distracted in Houston than he is in Detroit. Than Cade is in Detroit. So I'm like, it is what it is. Not saying Detroit is bad because I really do love Detroit. Detroit's my second favorite team. Um, and yeah, so that's really all I wanted to say. This is a really good prospect. Y'all should really look into. I'm not gonna say Luca was a surprise when he was drafted. Luca wasn't really a surprise, but he was like had kind of the I don't know. Hindsight is 2021. Luca back then, if you go back, he looks better than Marvin Bagley. He looks better than DeAndre Ayton. Like what his skill set provides. Trey Young, hindsight, he looked at like it just a undersized guard. Back then, I didn't think too much of Trey Young. I mean, I thought he could be like a good like maybe I don't know, maybe borderline all star, but he's giving me superstar potential and just Trey Young's idea, it's just the way Trey Young's able to play make. Trey Young's best aspect of the game is not his shooting. His shooting is definitely not one of his best aspects of the game. It's his playmaking and get able to get his team involved. Like you give him a lob threat, it's crazy, man. I don't want to say this because I'm a Pelicans fan, but you put Zion on that team with Trey Young. Oh my gosh, that is a crazy team, and that just makes me happy to think about. So Trey Young to the Pelicans, freaking hashtag finna start now. Hashtag trade to the Pels, cause no Zion to the Hawks. I'd kill myself if that happened. Heck no. Hate Atlanta teams. Hawks are alright, but I don't really care for Atlanta teams. But yeah, I think that's almost everything. As y'all see, I'm just kind of rambling on about different things. It was really just a talk about one dude, start talking about the Euro League, but I think that's what it's gonna be about, just tangents of me talking. Because I mean, I want to have like I want to talk about certain things and then like not forget them and just have them documented on YouTube. And I really want to open discussion, maybe start a podcast or something. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, um. Yeah, I just believe that this is a really good prospect that if y'all should keep your eyes on. More EuroLeague prospects coming up. Cause I mean the world is getting so much better as you see in the Olympics that the USA is we're gonna have to try hard to keep up because right now like we're number one in basketball. They say you can't beat somebody at their own sport. I mean that's what people are saying, but hey, Spain, all of them. I mean, we definitely can't lose. We're not invincible. Like we need some better players in the USA. I'm not saying that that's bad, but who are the best USA-born centers that we have? This is why the Olympic team was so bad. The best USA-born center is Anthony Davis, and you're all like, "Oh, it's Anthony Davis. He's a superstar player." Yes, Anthony Davis definitely is a superstar player, but he's not a center. Let's be honest. Anthony Davis is not a center, and then that's literally and a drop off between Anthony Davis and like the next center is like pretty drastic. What is it like? Anthony Davis, and then maybe next best center is DeAndre Ayton, which I don't even know if he's born in America. He might not be. I really don't even know. But let's just say he is. He would be the next best one. Then who else after that? Well, Mason Plumlee, JaVale McGee. Like, there's not too many Rashawn Holmes. Like, I don't even know. Half these people might be born in like Canada, and I don't even know. So yeah, that's pretty much almost all I have to say. Just the world is getting better. There's so many good prospects coming out. I've known about this dude for like a year last year, but I didn't really have a platform to really talk to people about him. He's probably a little bit more common now. Follow him on Instagram. I don't know. He seems like cool good. Seems like a cool dude. Respect to Hooper. Hopefully he makes it to the NBA. Achieves his dreams. Same age as me, so okay. He's doing stuff. He's doing stuff. So I don't think I have anything else to say. So that was God dang, I'm saying a lot. I usually don't say that. But that was it. So that's all I have to say. So I guess I'll see y'all guys. I'm out. Bang bang.